Source for information about your hometown and surrounding area. Tiger Talk is brought to you by Tiger Talk is brought to you by Strain Beans Coffee House on Lower Main in Princeton, Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's delicious homemade goodness, and Perry's Floors and more. And a very good morning to you at 12 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And, hey, we've had a little bit of rain, but there's no rain on our parade. It is the 47th Annual Princeton Optimist Club Radio Auction, and I'm excited to introduce Roy Gene Rogers. He's in studio this morning. How are you, sir?
Doing fine, Ty. Good morning to you.
Very good morning. And I tell you, I'm excited. I've seen lots of things rolling in, and this might be one for the record books.
It could be. I mean, it's like Black Patch. Black Patch last year was one of the best I've seen, and then with the help of the members of the Kiwanis Club this year, you were up there yesterday. Our FFA chapter, local FFA chapter, came in and helped us set up tables and chairs, and we started moving items in, and we've got a lot of items. We sure do.
We certainly do, and we kick it off tonight, beginning at 5:30 on the air.
We are meeting, well, I just met with Joe, and we went over some of the things that he's doing for us this year, and then we're meeting up at the Butler at 9 o'clock, going to start tagging the items, putting numbers on them. Little change this year. The first night we started with, of course, item 1, and I think we go through 76. Tomorrow night the items are labeled starting at 200, and Wednesday night 400. So if you want to come by the Butler Gym later on this afternoon and pick up a list, it'll give you an idea of how those items are going to sell. We will be labeling those and putting numbers on them this morning. It's looking real good. Thunderstorms, tornadoes, whatever you had in the forecast a while ago could interrupt, but it does look good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, we might get a little rain. There's a slight chance that any weather that pops up this afternoon could go to severe levels. We're keeping an eye on it here, but we just want you to, if you don't want to come out, if it rains, then, boy, the luxury is you get to sit at home and listen. And listen. I
would interrupt you there.
No,
I was thinking about it this morning, and you go back 47 years?
47 years.
And Mr. Goodacre, Twyman, there's a whole list of you that have been here at the station. You're the last one, and Mr. Goodacre and all of those at the beginning.
I hit a few in the 80s myself, too.
Yes, you did. Yes, I remember that. But I mean, it's been great, and while I'm thinking about it, I want to thank you, WPKY, and the people of this community for supporting our Special Olympics programs.
Oh, yes.
Tremendous. You covered it a great deal here on the air talking about it. We had tremendous support that came out to send our basketball team off to Louisville last weekend or 2 weekends ago now, and I want to thank you and WPKY and the community for that support.
No, they're athletes, and they deserve recognition and for what their accomplishments were. They won the region there in Bowling Green, and then to go to the state tournament and get that first win under their belt and really hang tough in that second game with a chance to win it.
It was the second game, of course, from a coach's standpoint. I wasn't pleased, not with their performance, but the way that things handled. But that's another story because our athletes didn't care. They had a great time. We got to go bowling. We got to eat at several different places. I was talking to you about Matthew Rogers and his wife up there supporting us. And so we just had a great time. But, again, thank you. And
you're very welcome.
Community.
And we need to mention that those kind of events are just one of the few things that the Princeton Optimist Club does with the funds raised through this radio auction. helping of Special Olympic groups, helping individual athletes for some of their trip expenses
Right.
that they take. Of course, scholarships, very, very important.
We were looking at those yesterday. I think as far as the cash donations, which go directly to our scholarship, we're over 2,000 on that, and we're needing 3,000. So hopefully we will have individuals that will. We've had this in the past. They'll call in and donate $5 or $10 or $25 to in memory of someone. I know Royce Burchett he was in charge of the radio auction for many years. And so, that family and others that would like to donate $5 in memory of someone, we can mention that on the air, and that will go directly to our scholarship fund.
That's right, and those scholarships are needed by students. I mean, the cost of an education these
Right.
days is up there, and so every bit of help that a student can get this day and age is certainly appreciated. And it's just one of the few things that the Optimist Club does.
You mentioned we got the 4-H, FFA. Those young people are engaging in activities that's going to benefit them the rest of their life, and it's a positive thing for this community when our 4-H and our FFA members, excel in the state, and not only in the state but national, and we help support them. They need support. And then CUNA, you were there, I think.
Yeah.
CUNA and KYA, those activities out at the school, we support those because that's another great endeavor for us.
A great endeavor, and it helps young people learn about government, how it works, not only on a state level, but at the federal level and CUNA at the world level,
at the
basically,
world,
with the United Nations Youth Assembly. So
I think, are we going as Jordan, or who was it? No, not Jordan. Who?
Well, we were Jordan when we went.
Yeah, I remember that.
But
I try to forget sometimes.
But usually it seems like Caldwell County has a Middle Eastern country that they do, and usually that prompts a pretty interesting resolutions and writings for the students, really.
But those are the activities we support, and we appreciate this community. Eddyville. Well, let me single out one of our members, Zeke Jameson, this year. He retired from UK.
Right.
Well, he's been out. He went to Hopkinsville, Cadiz, Eddyville. He's been out all over collecting items. So we have, I think Joe said, 300 and something?
Yeah, there's about 70-some items a night, at least at this point, ready to be auctioned off.
And last night I received a call from a former student, Paul Belmer. He's partnership in a fire safety company right now. He donated 2 fire extinguishers. So it's not too late to donate.
No, not at all. And especially for our scholarship funds, our good old goats, our silver goats, and our golden goats.
Yes.
We encourage you. You think, well, I don't have an item, or I can't. Well, guess what? A good old check or cash works really nice too. And we will give you recognition for that. We have a list, and we'll be naming the names of all our golden goats and good old goats and silver goats that help contribute.
And we will have 4 students from Caldwell County on scholarship this year, and we will have, I think this will be 2 full scholarships down in Lyon County. And as you stated a while ago, I mean, it's, $250 a semester doesn't sound like much, but it's a 4-year scholarship, so it's going to add up. It helps defray the cost of some books, and hopefully, those individuals will graduate from college and come back and be an asset to this community.
Sure. And folks, we want to encourage you. This is the 47th annual Optimist Club Radio Auction. We've got a country store down there that you can kind of browse. Tell them about that.
I've got items like tonight. I've got some baseball cards, I think, football cards, basketball cards. I haven't really looked at them. I'll be selling those for 10 cents a piece.
If you're a collector, you never know what kind of treasure. We don't know what we have, so you might be able to come down.
I picked these up, and I haven't looked at them. I'm going to put them down there. If you want to come look through them, like I say, 10 cents a piece.
I think I saw some cassette tapes, too.
I got a bunch of cassette tapes. Most of them are gospel.
I still play cassettes.
Yes, and
spin records.
Right, and those are a quarter a piece. Mm-hmm. And then I got some more that you might be having interest in. They're the old talking machine records. I've got probably 50 of those. Those are $1 a piece. And now some of those are, you do need to look at them because they could be worth a little bit more than $1. But we will have a few things like that.
Well, and that's what's great about this auction because especially when we have stuff, you come across things in your line of work from time to time that are especially unique. And those are some of the items that actually end up in our country store. But not only that, you mentioned Zeke. This is sort of a regional thing. People regionally have donated, and we have over 300 items that are going to be auctioned off. And we're talking about quality items. We have grills. We've got a list of things.
Yeah, these items, I mean, you got them that are coming up tonight. I know Adam French, Charlie Watson I saw on there is a load of topsoil. There's, and we need to look at, you got prom coming up, Easter coming up. These ladies at these beauty salons have donated a lot of items, and you can use those. And we've got items donated from clothing stores and shoe stores and things of that nature. So it's
and basic items like getting your oil changed or coupons to eat out. I mean, we all eat out from time to time. We'll have all kinds of things such as that. Roadside emergency kits. I mean, the fun thing is just to tune in and see what items up. You know, you're welcome to come down and check out the list and see some of the items that are on the floor. But it might be just fun just to listen to your radio and each night and see what just comes
call
up.
In. You've been given the telephone number
quite a bit
consistently, yes. And mention too that WPKY personnel will be on the air.
Yes.
The ladies down at Farm Bureau, they've been answering the phones for us for the last couple of years. They'll be back most every night. We've got, I know, members of the FFA and the 4-H and others that will be coming in to assist in some way. So, you know, it's a great thing. It's a community effort. It's not the Optimist Club. It's not the Kiwanis Club. It's just a community effort.
That's right, and we want to encourage everyone to be a part of it. Come down and browse. We're at the Butler Gymnasium every afternoon, beginning at about 5:30, probably a little earlier if you wanted to come in. We're there. We will be on the air from 5:30 to 10 most nights, depending. We might go a little long. We might, you know.
Yep. When is the circus?
It's going to be in May. I don't have an exact date on.
I mentioned that. Yeah. I think on a Facebook page that the circus was coming to town in May, and most people thought it was the election, and I said, no, that's not the same circus. But
I think it's actually going to be on Monday, the 14th.
The 14th of May. Kiwanis is sponsoring a circus here in Princeton. Every night this week, the Princeton Optimist Club has purchased some tickets. I know the tickets are not available yet, but what we're giving is the
sort of a voucher for the ticket.
For the tickets. We'll be having a drawing. If your child is in the 6th grade or under, they're eligible to put their name in. It stays in for every night, and we'll be drawing 2 of those. We're also going to be giving away door prizes this year.
Yeah.
So you need to come down and register, and you know, it's a $10 gift certificate. I think we're giving away 2 of those a night, or 1. I'm not sure. I have to talk to Brooks and Dave. But a lot of things going on.
And we'll have concession. There will be several nights where there are local other groups in that are doing cooking. And
Tuesday night, I know First Baptist, and you know, some of the others. We got
Friday,
Girl Scouts are coming in. We have cakes that are going to be donated by some 4-H members, homemakers, and then we got the one big cake from Brent McDowell.
Yeah. What is that cake? I think I saw a picture of it. It's some sort of fancy carrot thing.
Well, no, it's not a carrot
not
cake.
Not a carrot cake. I don't know.
I've had a picture. Yeah.
He does a lot of baking.
Yes, he does.
And that's kind of a hobby of his.
So if you're out there listening to us and you want to bake some cookies, you want to fix a pie, a cake, and bring it down and let us try to. Well, we'll sell a lot of them, but some of them we will auction off. But that's a great
Might
thing.
eat a few of them.
I wasn't going to say that, but we have done that in the past. Yes.
Well, somebody will buy it, and then we'll just say,
uh-huh,
"Here we go,
right.
Here we go." But yeah, I mean, we definitely would love for you to do that. You know, the nice thing about this is you can be a part of this auction in several ways, whether that's donating an item, whether it's just making a donation. You know what? You may say, I can't give $25.
No.
Well, you know what? If you can give $2 to $5,
yeah.
we'll take it. You know, nothing will be turned away, and you can rest assured that the Optimist Club here in Princeton is going to use that money back to help the youth of this community.
Yeah, I'd like to mention that we don't attend a lot of conventions. We don't national, state, anything like that. If someone were to attend, it's paid for out of their own pockets. Every cent that comes to the Princeton Optimist Club is used for this community, surrounding communities. Yes,
that's right. Well, I'm excited about it. We've got the one thing the Princeton Optimist Club radio auction does is it stirs memories.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful memories. You
Yes.
know, people of the past that have been part of this auction. You know, you can name it. I can even venture back and have certain little snippets of memories of things that have happened. I remember, I think it was George, maybe Bridgie on the air, and I think they had something to do. It was like a toilet brush,
Yeah.
or something like that. And they went on and on about that. But I remember that like it was yesterday, and they were being silly about it. But that's the fun thing about the radio auction is that you might hear an item, and you hear the auctioneers cutting up with it and talking about it. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, one thing I remember when Bros came first here in Princeton.
Yeah.
We were sitting there trying to figure out.
Couldn't say the name, could you?
and
it's just like it sounds.
Yeah, but and a lot of things would come up for sale, and we didn't know what they was used for. Like you was talking about the toilet brush.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had maybe a funny name, or
Yeah.
or it looked kind of funny. Like, what in the world was this? You know?
And one, I mean, I get reminded of this every year. We was talking about Miss McGowan. I think we were talking about socks that had been donated. And she ribs me every year, used to now, about the socks, but we have a great time.
You might be entertained by the auction
Yes.
at some point.
Yes.
You really do. But the best thing about it for me is boy, you work hard all week. You come together, especially those that are down there nightly. But it's a good time of fellowship.
It is.
It really is.
I mean, not only with those
that are there,
auctioneers, but those that are coming in.
It brings the community together.
Yes.
It really does.
I mean, I'll see Doug and Beverly Morgan. I don't see them as often as I used to, but every year they come
there.
in.
They do.
And Troy Vinson,
he's a big supporter.
Oh, he is.
He is.
He's already called me.
And a loyal listener.
Yes.
And we appreciate Troy.
So, but it's going to be a great time. And today, we'll be there from 9:30. Labeling the items till probably 1 o'clock, then we'll all take a little break, go home, and be back around 4 o'clock. So come by, look at those. Yeah.
And folks, it's all week, and we're going to have a great time, and we want you to be a part of it. It's festive, it's fun, and it's for a great cause, and it's the 47th annual. It's hard to believe.
A long time.
Yeah, it's almost as old as I am.
Yes.
But Roy Jean, I want to thank you and the Optimist Club. This year is sort of unique because the Kiwanis Club has just partnered with you all to help you with this. It's still the Princeton Optimist Club radio auction, but it's been a really, I think, a good partnership between the clubs.
Yes.
I cross over
Yes.
between both clubs myself,
Yes.
but I really think it's been really nice the way it's worked up. Can't thank you and the Optimist Club. I mean, 47 years is a long time to keep something going.
I mean, it really, I looked at that, 47
Yeah.
years of continuous. Well, we did have to miss 1 year.
Yeah, with 1 year.
Yeah, but it's been great. and again, the support of this community, you couldn't ask for anything better.
No, we got to thank the McEnanies and the Hugheses as well, because we donate. We're on the air doing this, and that's just something that they believe in as well, to help the community, and that's what
we'll be looking forward to seeing a lot of people down there tonight come by and pick up some of these list of items that we got.
So you got it at home, and you can bid all week if you don't want to be down there.
Go back.
The number is going to be 270-365-5866. That is the number. Now, the good thing is that's just one number.
One number this year.
And it'll roll. So if you happen to get a busy signal, just call right back, because we have several lines down there, and it'll roll. It just means if you get a busy signal that all four are tied up at the time. But it won't take long to roll. So just hang right back up and call back.
I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people down there, and then pick his list up, go home, listen at your, in your living room there in that easy chair. I know UK plays, Thursday night?
I think so.
And we got that doorknob. That's something Dorsey Ridley, Senator Dorsey Ridley.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I don't know whether you were there yesterday when I was telling about it or not. But
no, let's touch on that.
It's a doorknob. It was patented, and the copyright from UK was granted for it to be used. This man and his friend did all this. They ordered 5,000. They came, and unfortunately, both of them passed away just in about a week or so after they received them. So these have been sitting in a garage.
Wow.
And there's only 5,000, or there was 5,000. But we've got that. That's unique.
We've got one of them, don't we?
One of them, yes. So a lot of unique items, a lot of toys. I like looking at those old combines.
Yeah, we've got some tractors and some combines, some farm toys that have been. So just you never know.
Come down and look. Yeah. You just got to.
Yeah, you just got to. Thank you, sir. We'll see you. We'll be on the air tonight at 5:30. We're looking forward to having a good time, and certainly appreciate the Princeton Optimist Club and the Kiwanis Club kicking in tonight.
Oh, yes.
47th annual Princeton Optimist Club radio auction. It's going to be a great night. Yes, sir.
Thanks,
all right, that's Roy Gene Rogers, and we've been talking here on Tiger Talk about the 47th annual Princeton Optimist Club radio auction. Folks, come down and keep this number handy. 270, of course, 365-5866. Bid often, bid on all kinds of stuff, and come down and see us. It's the 47th annual Princeton Optimist Club radio auction tonight from Butler Gymnasium and on the air live, 5:30 to 10 on WPKY The Tiger. That's going to wrap up Tiger Talk. Have a wonderful Monday, everybody. Come down and see us.
String Beans Coffee House in downtown Princeton.